Guys, what I still wrestle with, or what is staggering, and what I still railing with, is the suffering of our people. Our people, they are suffering so much, while we have a country called South Sudan. If you look at those pictures that are circulating in the social media, a woman dive inside the water, submerging water to extract the roots of the plant. This, guys, if you look at it, it's something that bothering me too much. I feel annoyed. And also, if you think about it, we all can resonate with this one, because if I reflect back very, very ancient time, human beings, they depend on the fruits of the plant that they gathered, and hunting. Those are the two main focal activities that people will apply to their daily practice for their survival. But in this 21st century, these activities should avoid by the people. They should be avoided, or people may not even think about it. But if you look at those women who are always inside the water, those pictures, they are real. And this is the current situation where our people, they are going through. They tried everything. They went to different places, different refugee camps in different countries. And it was not even enough for them. And they did not find enough food to feed their children. And they had been deprived to live in the country where they were born. And that's why, if you look at the country like Uganda, Ethiopia, even now, as we speak, there are still influx of refugees, massive influx of refugees in the country like Ethiopia. They came from different directions. Some people, they don't even know where to go. They are stranded in a situation where they don't know what to do. They don't know what to eat. They don't know what to do for their safety and for their protection. They don't have anywhere to go, where to turn. Some people, they don't even have medical facilities to go, like pregnant mothers, those who are sick, people who are wounded, you know. If I think about this, it is unbearable for me to think about how our people are living like less than animals. Even animals, they have habitat where they should have to live. But our people, they have no place to live. Leave alone the food they eat. Leave alone the security they may deserve, or they may use for granted in the country where they have independence, where they have money, where they have oils. People, they live like less than wild animals in the bush or in the jungle. So this is our collective responsibility, and I would like to urge and I feel to many of us, please, if you have any empathy, any sympathy for your own family, for your own blood relatives or your own family, why don't you have empathy for your communities? our sub-communities in various places, even in their own situated places like counties like Payam or Bumas. They are suffering a lot. They are dying like flies. And one thing we should have to bear in our mind as Nuer, our people, they have this mentality of not complaining about food, not complaining about anything. They said, you don't need to be coward, you don't need to be like complaining about being starved or food problem or food, anything about food or the food that you want to eat or you are being hungry. But this is nonsense, you know. These are the necessity of human being. Human beings, they want to eat, to survive and thrive. They want shelters, they want clothing, because there are a lot of things, external force that are imposing on us, or they want to impose us into different situations. This is a very exacerbated to me and obnoxious if I think about it. And I wonder, what sometimes do we think about? And most of the time, I'm sorry to say this, we are mourning for the death of our family back home. But we have to know the root cause. You know, we have to know the root cause. But we may just depend on the report that somebody had died or somebody was killed or somebody, anything now is happening. It is because our people, they need our support. They want us to intervene, you know. They want us to work together. They want us to, they ask, or maybe they expect us or anticipate us to elevate some of the situation they are going through on a daily basis. But we are not even responding because we think if it is not my blood family, my blood relatives, it's not even related to my life, or I cannot involve in such a things. Some people, they think like, they take it as like laughing hawk. They laugh at the people who are suffering. They laugh at people who are dying. But this is not a drama, this is a reality, you know. It is a reality that our people are dying down there, wherever they are. Think about people in Bentiu, mothers, fathers. They are stranded in UNIMIS, or they call it POC. The same thing in the area like Juba. Do you know how many people are still stranding there? Do you know how many people are still stuck in those situations? Please, please, we have to work together to sustain life. We can do anything. We may have, we can talk to the humanitarian so that they have to bring humanitarian assistance to where it is needed. We may also ensure that their security is also improved in different places. We can do anything to elevate the situation. Okay, if we think like it's okay for them to suffer, let us provide security. Let us enhance the security for them to live in a peaceful environment where they could go out and gather their fruits peacefully. They could come back and find their family and their children and their husband and their wife. They are safe. So this also can be our one of our objectives, or one of our works, for us to eradicate all this insidious and all this bad situation that sometimes are encouraging by human action. This should be our daily work, our daily activities. And we, the Nuer, please, can we think about something? Even to me, I always think if we can do some like network, not this called clubhouse, because clubhouse now become like, I don't know, it is really it become like a hut for animals, because what we are saying there, someday it doesn't even boiling the water, it cannot even make sense. I went there and I went to the wrong I even went to the wrong line or wrong network group where I find people they speak different languages, especially Arabic and language like Dinka language. What they were saying there, it did not even I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't even make sense, right? Because what could make sense is what may even eliminate all this challenge that we have in South Sudan. All these barriers and stumbling blocks, whether it may be political one, or it may be like we can target one of the issues, one of the critical issues that we may all talk about as an elite who go there to express our grievances and our views and our perspectives based on the different situation in South Sudan. Some of us, they were talking and they were not even in South Sudan. Others, they talk like they use the hate speech against even sub-clan or certain tribe or certain group, certain clan within the same communities. We should have to avoid this, my friends. You know, we should have to avoid this. We should have to think about or contemplate on how to bring the permanent resolution in regarding all this challenge that we have in South Sudan. Our people, they are dying. And I don't, if I think about it, I don't mean one specific communities. All our communities, they are suffering a lot. You know, they are suffering a lot. They don't have place to live. They don't have food to eat. They don't have any medical facilities where they can go and treat their parents, treat their mothers, treat their children, treat their husbands, treat their wife. They have no place to go, you know? And this is really, it's really bothering me too much. And if you look at South Sudan, among all the countries that are surrounding South Sudan is the very luckiest country in East Africa. For many reasons. We have a lot of natural resources. We have also oil revenue, which is not available in some areas, in some countries. Please, I plead to you, South Sudanese, especially if not South Sudanese, Nuer, in their entire community, to work together, to commune together, and to eliminate all this challenge, you know, to bring back our family, our community together, to feed them, and also to figure out how we can provide security, food security, or personal security, or human security, or otherwise we can surmount the humanitarian assistance for them to provide food. I know there are major cuts by the others major donors, and now they said they are in survival mode, but we can still work with them and provide the little thing they have for the refugee to receive their ration, their food ration. Let us work together as the family, as the brothers, as the sisters. You know, this will not give us a chance. It will not give us any chance to think we can just do it as it is needed. You know, we can just do it as it is needed. I'm now driving. I'm in the car, so sometime I may not even have a good word to describe and also to grab your attention wherever you are, but we have to work together. Whatever it takes. If we take peace initiative with others, let us go and bring peace to our communities who are immensely suffering in South Sudan or wherever they are. Because we, the Nuer, we are bleeding so profusely now. And the enemy is meticulously targeting us, targeting our souls, our children, our mothers. They are killing them, whether indirectly or directly. They're killing them. So please, if there is a way, let us foster empathy. Let us work together to avoid this very bizarre situation where our children and our mothers can just go to the water to find food. Must be considered as ancient. This is ancient life. It cannot be practiced this 21st century. It cannot be practiced. It cannot be seen around. It's very bizarre. You know, we cannot see our mothers, or we cannot anticipate our mothers and our wife to go to the submerged water to get a root of the tree of the plant for them to come and cook as food. This is very, very bad if you think about it. It is very staggering. How in the world? And some people there, they sleep with money. You know, they give tips in the hotels. They feel fraud about so-called South Sudan, while in their backyard, their mothers and fathers, and I mean all the 64 tribes in South Sudan, they are suffering immensely under only one solitary leader. And that leader, he put us in a kind of invisible custody, all of us. We are dying. We are in shackles. Our freedom is eroded. Our freedom is totally eroded. We don't have freedom. Our freedom is gone. So for us to fight back, it's our collective responsibility. We have to collaborate together, working together to avoid this. And I don't mean political party, because political parties, they will not help us. We have so many political parties, but they can still do not even hold us or elevate our situation. We can still suffering in their hands. We are still dying. Our mothers are dying. Our fathers. Right now, in a few years to come, we will not have any elderly people, whether women or men, in any different tribe in South Sudan. Because if your feet are not able to walk, or if your tongue is not able to find a word to praise people who are on the top, and I mean on the top, you are in big trouble. And if you are in a remote area where they cannot even hear your voice, when you praise them, or you try to make them happy, you will not find anything. So please, it is our collective responsibility for us as South Sudanese in general, or as Nuer in particular. If there is anything that we can do to heal our community, that would be better. More than the fact that we are in disarray, and also we get advantage of our people suffering, our mothers, you know. Let us do some works to avoid the bleeding of our communities in different sub-communities in South Sudan or elsewhere in Africa. People who are now in refugees camp, they are enduring a lot of suffering. Because we know refugees camp. I went to refugees camp. They are in refugees camp not because they like it, but because the situation compelled them. Situation forced them to be there. If there is option, or if there is any opportunity, or if there is any alternatives, they should not be there. They may come back to their home. And I believe now, life now, in this modern time, or in this years of our independence, people, they should admire the life back home, or the ancient life, more than the life that after we got independent. The life back home, we live in our hut, we take care of our cattle. Life was good, we were happy. We didn't get enough. We had no, all these things. We have no sugar, we had nothing. But life was very good, you know. You mind your own business, with your own family, with your wives and your children. So this life also we can go back, right? Because now we are divided into distinction group. There is the group, the elite, who get the job, who are feeling comfortable. They feel like, oh, they are womanizers in some cases. They lure women, you know. And also, some of them, they prone to point fingers on other politicians. But what about themselves? They could make a change too. Thank you. I talk too much, but let us think about those pictures circulating in the media. Mothers, when inside the water, like diving in the water, they dove in the water and extract the root of the plant to feed their children. Because if they did not do so, they're going to starve to death with a lack of food. It is our collective responsibility, and I plead to you as communities, leaders, as community members, as a community elite, for us to work or to find the way to feed our family from every corner of South Sudan. They are suffering, and right now they are marginalized more than the time we were under Arabs. Thank you very much. I'm your brother in community, and I believe all of us, we have seen this one is a very visible, we can say it. It is visible, and we are all subjected to this traumatic experience where our people, they are suffering and they are dying in anywhere, in any corner, because simply they are Nuer. If we can find a way to bring a permanent resolution on this regard, that would make me more than happy. Thank you very much.